What's up, guys? My name is Menace, and today I'm here reviewing a comic book, and I'm going to be doing this whole series. Sorry if you don't like comic books, but I do, and I hope I gain some, viewers that like comic books on this because I think it's pretty interesting. This isn't the only series I'm going to be doing, but this first one I'm doing is actually Scooby Apocalypse. That's going to be the first series I review on here. I've actually got the first issue signed by the main writer for the series, which is Keith Giffen. You can see it a little better right there. But yeah, I'm going to be reviewing the first issue in this video, and I'm just going to go through the entire series. The series could be ending soon. That's the rumors I'm hearing. It's kind of winding down storyline-wise. But yeah, so this is the first issue. I'll show it one more time. This is the first issue. It came out in 2016, I believe. And it's actually a really good series. I'm going to start with issue 1. I'm just going to show you the title page right there. Just, hopefully I don't get copyright striked. But, so in the first issue, it's just kind of introducing us to the characters and giving us insight into what the story's going to be. And what I found interesting about this is that the characters, Scooby, Shaggy, Velma, Fred, and Daphne, they actually didn't know each other prior to the events of where this starts off in the comic, other than Shaggy and Scooby did know each other. It's kind of weird. The backstories are completely different than anything that was in any of the TV shows. Shaggy is like this futuristic dog trainer that trains dogs for this big, huge company. Velma's, she's still a scientist, but she has 4 brothers who, spoiler alert, turn out to be some pretty bad guys. More about that in future videos. But Scooby is a futuristic science kind of dog. He can do different things. He's able to speak using a thing like connected to his brain. And Fred and Daphne work for like a TV station kind of thing. Daphne's the star of the show, and Fred's the cameraman. So they knew each other. But prior to the events, they didn't all know each other. And in this series, Daphne, compared to being in the original Scooby-Doo television show, where she was danger-prone Daphne, she is actually a fighter. She doesn't like to let people inside, like her feelings and all. She likes to be independent, and it shows in the first issue very early on. Fred is completely in love with Daphne. He's proposed several times. She doesn't accept it. She doesn't feel the same way about him. Shaggy and Scooby still like to eat. Of course, you can't change Scooby-Doo like that. Velma's still a nerd, but the premise of the story goes that Velma, along with her brothers, unleashed a virus into the world that has turned almost everyone into these horrible real monsters, which is where the apocalypse comes into the name of Scooby Apocalypse. And you can see some of the monsters on the cover there. Like there's one up here, the claw hanging down. But it just pretty much that's what it introduces us to in this issue. We don't get much into that. It kind of comes later, and I'll explain that as we go along. But I think what I like the most about this issue is just how they bring the gang together. I think it's really clever how they did that. And at the very end, we meet our first monsters. I'm going to show this page too. That's our ending page for the issue. It's actually pretty cool. But that's pretty much the apocalypse starting. Everything else was just leading up to it. It's introducing the characters. This comic book is rated like, I think, T for teen. Yeah, that's what it says right here. T for teen, because there are some bad words in it, and it's kind of violent, but I really like it so far. I'm going to be making more videos like this about future issues, explaining the plot further as we go along. I'm also going to be reviewing some other comic series. I'm going to be reviewing the Riverdale comic series. I'm going to be reviewing the new Star Wars comic series compared to the old Star Wars comic series. And I probably will review the Life with Archie comic series at some point, but we will see about that. But that is my review of Scooby Apocalypse #1. Overall, let's see, I'll rate this on a 5-star level for these comic series. I would give issue #1 of Scooby Apocalypse a 4.5 out of 5. Mainly losing a point just because it doesn't feel like Scooby-Doo, and I know it's not really supposed to, but to me, I was a Scooby-Doo fan when I was little. I still like Scooby-Doo. It just doesn't feel right to me, but I think they did a great job of changing it up to where it will feel right, and I'm looking forward to finishing them. I've only got through a few issues of this series so far, and I'm working on getting through the rest, which is why I'm going to be reviewing them as I go along. So you guys will get my genuine reaction to it, and I probably won't show much of the comic on here because I don't want to upset DC and Warner Brothers and all that. But thank you guys for watching. 4.5 out of 5. I strongly recommend, if you like comic books, to pick up Scooby Apocalypse and try it out. It's a good series, good comic first issue. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you later. Peace out.